Welcome everyone. Hello to everyone out there in YouTube live streaming land. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'm just getting started a couple minutes early. I was doing my technical problem rundown list and wow, my software wasn't working. Didn't have my camera. I restarted my computer. Fortunately, I found this out like 40 minutes before the live stream time. Everything was fine. After I go, man, what am I going to do if I can't get my software to work? That's just like a live streamer's nightmare. I realize how dependent I am on this. So anyway, everything's set. Everything's good. So I just thought I'd start a couple minutes earlier than normal. So welcome. Great to see everyone. And I'm glad you're feeling much better, Fu Man Poo. COVID is not fun to get from what I understand. I don't think I've got it yet. I don't know. By the way, I got my updated 2023 booster shot appointment scheduled for very, very soon. So yeah, cool. Get some more antibodies and protection and all that shit, and not get COVID. Hopefully, at least not get too sick. But I hope you're doing well there, Fu. Just thought I'd share with my experiences. I'm gonna go get the jab once again. Maybe I'll grow a second head. Who knows? Anyway, I know I couldn't get my software to work, John Steven. Yes. No, just ever since I upgraded my Mac to Mac OS Ventura, I've had all sorts of just weird issues. Nothing like stopping me from doing what I do, but just annoying things. I've been having to restart my computer like every day or two. Before I would hardly ever restart it. So anyway, yeah, just having dumb technical issues. My biggest peeve is Final Cut Pro, my main video editing software. That one gets really buggy. So I tried tweaking it yesterday a little bit. We'll see if that helps it out. So anyway, hey Ray, hey everybody. Is that a new vegan cult shirt? It's a special one-off. Actually, I have two of them, a vegan cult leader shirt. We have our vegan cult member shirts, which are on our web. Let me get the link really quickly here. I'll just show you real quick our merch store, merch.happyhealthy.vegan. You can get the regular vegan cult member shirt. So anyway, let me put a link to our merch, our shirts. Let me put it in the chat down here. Our cult shirts, I'll call it. So when is the VD collab happening? Yeah, I'm not sure how to collab. I could sit down, right? Wouldn't that be an amazing collab if I actually sat down with VD and she could try to debunk me in real time? Like, yeah, I see you're falling apart, Ryan. You look so unhealthy for the age of 56 and no, not half, 56. You look just like you're falling apart, and everything. You're bald. Your eyebrows are falling out, and you got permanent line. I can just debunk everything in real time sitting next to her. Wouldn't that be an amazing video, huh? So anyway, Johnny, could be a software issue with the computer from the update. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. There's some kind of software issues that happened from updating. I'm really prudent too, because usually the Mac, when they change from one major OS version to the next, it happens around September, October. I waited till August to change. I wanted to make sure all my audio equipment works fine, all my plugins, and particularly. So I wait till the very last minute almost. So even then, I upgraded, and there's still some dumb issues. So yeah, I've read other people that are having issues with Final Cut Pro with the latest versions of Final Cut Pro on the latest Mac OSs. Oh well, hopefully it'll get fixed sometime. I don't know, but it kind of sucks. My computer was so solid and I want to say perfect for so long. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. This is what time it is right now. Bookmark it, set your calendars. This is when we get together, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what it is for me. Whatever it is for you, write that down. This is when we chat about any and all things vegan. Hence the name of this live stream, Ask a Vegan Anything. Yeah, just ask me anything vegan related. Maybe later on in an hour or so, if we've thoroughly discussed all things vegan, we could stray into other less vegan-y topics. But let's just try to keep it about veganism. So if you have a question about veganism, cool. If you want to share something about veganism, if you want to share something you learned or heard or saw, we can talk about it here. And if you are what's that called? Just vegan curious. You know, you think veganism isn't a bad thing. In fact, you probably think it's more of a good thing, but you're not doing it yourself yet, and you're here to learn. Well, you can learn because I've been doing this since 2010, and once we add in the collective experience of everyone else in the live chat, we have many centuries worth of vegan experience here. So it's a great place to come. This is part of my vegan activism, my vegan outreach, is to inform and educate and inspire as much as I can people to not eat animals and instead eat plants. And if you are one of those people that are here and you're not vegan curious, you're just not vegan positive in any way. You could maybe even say you're a vegan hater or anti-vegan, and you think veganism is one of the worst things that's ever been, just a movement on this planet. Let me know. So just be polite, be civil. If you have a problem or issue or debunking of veganism, state it very clearly in the live chat, and we will listen to you. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna try to make a timer. I was gonna try to get a plugin to have a 3-minute timer, because that's what I started last week. If you're an anti-vegan, I'm only gonna give you 3 minutes to make your point. I don't want to. Sometimes like pulling teeth. I don't have all day. If you can't say what you want to say in 3 minutes, I think that's way generous. Is that what I gave last week, guys, or was it 5 minutes? I don't remember. Let me know. I don't even remember. I guess I could go watch last week's live stream. So anyway, let's see how everyone's doing. Hey, Sarah and Foo and Diana Bananas. How are we going? I think I missed a few other of our channel members, like Fa Dieting and Vian Moyman, if you're still here. I saw you earlier before the live stream started. So if you want to get one of those cool badges next to your name, and it helps support our channel. You guys know we're a small channel. We don't get tons of thousands and thousands of video views or anything like that. So you want to help our activism, help keeping us going here, that would be awesome. I think it starts at $2 a month. You get some special members only perks, members only content, particularly blogs that Angie makes. But if you can't, don't worry. We're always going to have our free content. As long as we're making content, we're always going to have free content. So don't worry not about that at all. Johnny, you're studying computer programming. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty good at computer troubleshooting, and I figured, it was an upgrade. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an operating system engineer or an application developer, so I can't even try to figure out what's wrong exactly with the conflicts I'm having. But yeah, there's something not cool, and I'm just waiting for the maker of my computer and software to fix it. They make the computer, the OS, and the application, so somewhere in there they should fix it. Yeah, Sarah, join the cult. Absolutely. Join the vegan cult. Listen to your wise vegan cult leader here and join the vegan cult. Did I say teeth pulling? Yeah, I think I did say that, John. I think I did say teeth pulling, describing how some anti-vegans just can't seem to make their point in any timely fashion. Jared, do I think lab-grown meat is the future? Of what? I used to think changing demand is a way, but that's still cool. But I think it's changing supply, since 99% of the people don't care. As long as they're the meat industry doesn't poison people's opinions. Because as I showed about 2-3 weeks ago, my video showing, exposing the evidence of the payola system that the meat industry has in place to pay influencers. A lot of these people are like paleo and carnivore influencers. I'm not going to mention their names. You've probably seen them. You probably heard of these people. To say things that are untrue about plant-based meats like Beyond Impossible burgers to make the general public be afraid of them. So that same strategy from the meat industry, the paleo influencers, can be applied to lab-grown meat if the meat industry feels that their monopoly on meat is threatened. So yeah, hopefully they don't corrupt people's minds with misinformation, and that's what living in modern life is like, right? It's about information versus misinformation. There's information wars. I don't want to take that guy's show name and utilize it in I'm like promoting him or anything like that, but it is. There's a lot of information and misinformation wars right now. So yeah, is lab-grown meat the future for meat eaters? I sure as hell hope so. I'm with you on that. I have no plans to eat it myself, but yeah, anyone who is eating meat and doesn't give a crap about how their lifestyle, their dietary choices necessitate animals being killed every meal, every day of their life. People don't give a crap about that. Hopefully we'll see some lab grown meat. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Hey, Allison. Hey, just got back from a bike ride. You didn't miss anything. I just started a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, Anna, watch my video from about 2 weeks ago. It's like exposed meat industry payola to influencers. There's something along those lines, and you'll see. Hey, Jeremy and VLAM, how's it going? Or Ray, I'm sorry, Ray. I saw you at Jeremy there. You're saying at Jeremy. You agree. You're saying you ate almost nothing but meat and cheese prior to going vegan, Impossible and Beyond. It's just as good and made the transition easy. And like I said, yeah, like a lot of anti-vegans fantasize that's all we eat. Every day we have to have some kind of like fake meat substitute on our plate all the time. It's like maybe that's how they would do it if they were transitioning, these naysayers. But yeah, as I point out, most long-term vegans I know just kind of have that stuff on occasion. I personally have nothing against Beyond and all that stuff, burgers, it's cool, whatever. It's not my favorite food in the world, but I'll have it once in a while, no big deal. Uncle, you have, quote, lab-grown meat all over you? Your body makes it when you eat plants. How is it lab-grown, though, Uncle? Let's see. So, CB, I see Sarah answered your question, CB. What's your question? I eat a lot of pasta with no oil, tomato sauce. Also make your own bread without oil or salt. Are these items okay? Yeah, as long as no animal products, exactly. I mean, yeah, if you make your own tomato sauce, yeah, you're not putting any animal bits in it. Pasta doesn't have animal bits in it. Bread, if you're not putting any animal bits in it, yeah, the bread I have here is vegan, whether intentional or not. You find most breads are, but some will add some butter or some kind of dumb dairy or something like that. No, I didn't react to that video yet, Anna. Yeah, no, Peter, our moderator, has been telling me about that. I mean, yeah, like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you have berries with your bananas? You just, you're not going to die or anything like that, right? Just like, okay, if it's not as optimal for how you absorb things, whatever, as long as it still works decently well, I'm not going to really worry about that, VLAM, you're way more interested in trying mushroom meat than grown meat. What is mushroom meat? Is that some kind of new thing I don't know about? I'm curious. Yeah, follow dieting. Eventually lab-grown meat will become cheaper to produce, because I know at first it was like, like $10,000 for a little tiny piece, then it's $100. It's going to keep getting cheaper. But yeah, then the meat industry will start tripping and starts ramping up their misinformation campaign once they see a real market viable threat like they've seen with plant-based meats. Hey, Viet Moimi, you shed a tear for every soybean? Why is that? Hey, now, how long have I been vegan, bro? I've been vegan for about 13 years, bro. I went vegan around October of 2010. So yeah, that's up. Yeah, you do the math. Here we are in 2013. Oh, Bob is here. Hello, Bob Hill. Anna, why was my bananas most dangerous fruit in the world video the most popular? It just went viral back in the day, and it was cool. It wasn't one of those viral videos where it just got a bunch of views in a couple days or a couple weeks and flattened out. It stayed on this really nice plateau, getting an obscene amount of views for many months, maybe like in the more like on the scale of like year plus or so. So that was cool. I don't know. I'm not sure. Somehow their algorithm really liked that weird video from way back then, Sometimes I'm known as that banana guy. A few people say, "Oh, I've seen you. Yeah, you make that banana video." Like, wow, I get recognized often in vegan context, vegan circles, because, of Happy Healthy Vegan. But sometimes, once in a while, rarely, someone will, "Hey, you're that banana guy." But I'm glad it's not that viral. So, not everyone recognizes me. Anyway, let's see, what questions, what are you guys saying here? Okay, VLAM. Well, I've had jerky made from mushrooms, Pan's Jerky, a local California-based company. I thought he went on Shark Tank and Mark Cuban or someone picked him up. Or anyway, yeah, I haven't had any real meats beyond that, as far as someone trying to like change it to be more like meat. Because yeah, if you're Asian, like I am, like VLAM is, we eat lots of mushrooms in traditional Chinese food, and sometimes they have sort of a meaty-ish texture, but yeah, they weren't like altered in any way, just how they're cooked. Hey Devin, you got back from 2 weeks in Dubai. Awesome. Wow, I wonder if I'll ever see Dubai. There are some really terrific vegan restaurants that I found there. One particularly called Seva, Seva, that means like in service of or something like that. Was fantastic. Unless it's a different language that's translating from. Anyway, I've got a list of them if anyone is interested. Wow, yeah, if anyone's going to Dubai, let Devin know and he'll share that with you. I was getting fascinated by Dubai because I've heard about it for so long, and I have Apple TV. And anyone have Apple TV? You have those video screensavers that come on all the time, and they have a lot of them, like these aerial overview, like probably from drones or helicopters. I'm not sure what. Anyway, of Dubai. So yeah, it looks like a really fascinating place. Hey Sarah, awesome. Sarah, thanks for the first and hopefully not our last super chat tip of the evening, Sarah. So thank you so much. Yeah, one day I gotta just bust out and play some songs from Love's Easy Tears for you. They're not really really great strum on the guitar kind of songs, but I could try to make it happen. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. Wow, Allison, where'd you pull this out of, Allison? Quote, in fact, research has revealed widespread anti-vegan bias, not only in the media, but even within academic research itself. Wow, where are you quoting from? Let's see. I'm scrolling up higher up there to Allison. Denigrated veganism and made it difficult and abnormal. Wow, I gotta see, what are you talking about there? Let's talk about that. I'm not a shredder on guitar. I don't play shredding style. I don't listen to shredder style guitar players. I just kind of play guitar. Wow, nothingness. Thank you for the super chat tip there. J-O-D. Jordan, maybe? Yeah, let me know if I'm guessing that right there. J-O-D. But thank you, nothingness. Thank you so much for the super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Is that a peach there? Thank you. Thanks for helping support what we do here. Really, everything that comes our way really just helps us to keep going on, doing what we're doing. Be able to create content and not have to get real jobs or anything like that. Even though we probably should, but we don't. Okay, VLAM, about this mushroomy. It's not grown from fully grown mushrooms. They use fungi roots to make super realistic texture. Okay, so it's a more advanced product than what... I was wondering if you were talking about something more technological or just something cleverly cooked or something like that. So yeah, you're something, bordering more on the techier side there. Hey, David's vegan. Cool. Yeah, always glad to have vegans catch me when I do these live. It's every Friday this time. So if you're free on Fridays, whatever time it is right now, write it down and subtract 15 minutes. That's when I get started. Anna, do I eat unsaturated plant oil or do I believe it to be unhealthy? Well, yeah, I'm not afraid of any unsaturated fat from plants. No, none. No, I have no fear whatsoever because I have no reason to believe it to be detrimental to my health, both either short-term or long-term. Saturated fat, However, on the other hand, yeah, it's scientific consensus, particularly amongst cardiologists, where this plasmos is detrimental to raising LDL cholesterol, which is detrimental to long-term heart health. It increases your risk of cardiovascular disease. So yeah, saturated fat, I try as much as possible to stay away from. If you see my blood test videos, I seem to have like a genetic, I don't predisposition's the right word, but a genetic, I'll just call it that, to have slightly higher than normal LDL cholesterol levels, even if I'm eating a completely even when I was eating like a raw diet back in like 2012, I still, my LDL and total cholesterol wasn't where like Dr. Esselstyn says it should be. And back then I like nothing, just completely raw food, no processed food of any kind. I may have had a little bit of cooked food like rice, potatoes, just all whole foods. There's nothing more I could do. So anyway, I try to watch the saturated fat. But yeah, as far as like polyunsaturated fats, my cardiologist said, oh, eat them up. It's all good. I want to mention, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just telling you what my personal experience is, because I actually had met with a cardiologist to have her look through my numbers, make sure I'm not going to die early or anything like that. And she's cool with my numbers and how I'm doing. So yeah, that's why I don't eat too much vegan ice cream and stuff like that. I just try to limit it. Just have it, stuff like that once in a while. Oh, Johnny, you got some numbers for me. Your total cholesterol you think was 120 or 120? I said I couldn't get mine below 150, and that's what Dr. Esselstyn is saying. Everyone should get there. I can't. There's nothing more I could do. Seriously, honestly, I was eating completely all clean whole foods, no processed food. There's nothing more I could have done. Let's see, at 21 years old. Yeah, my tests have all been since I turned 40. But I did show a blood test from when I was about 30 or so, early mid 30s, and my numbers were worse then. So my total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol numbers have gone down in my 40s and 50s. So I'm making progress. It just shows, I had the genetic predisposition, and I was not eating the greatest diet in the world before I went, vegan. What's that, Ray? The Mastering Diabetes diet is amazing for cholesterol. After eating a lot of vegan meats, you're over 200 for LDL. Wow, over 200 for LDL? Wow, that's pretty high. Yeah, mine was over 100. It's usually a little over 100. And 300 for triglycerides. Whoa, that's really high. 1 month, Whole Foods, and drop that in half. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily the Mastering Diabetes thing, but I know Robbie, one of the partners in Mastering Diabetes. And yeah, it's like what I was telling you, how I was eating in 2012, just completely whole foods, no processed food. So you probably don't have to eat all what they're saying, I don't know if they're recommending all raw or not, but I don't think that was the necessary component. I don't think cooked versus uncooked really changed your LDL, stuff, your numbers. It was the fact that, you're not eating all the vegan meats and stuff, which have a decent amount of saturated fat usually. Again, that's why I don't eat that stuff all the time. A good point, Michelle. This is why I avoid ice cream. Not completely, but I don't regularly eat vegan ice cream. As Michelle points out, there's 34 grams of saturated fat in Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream. Yeah, it kind of varies from flavor to flavor, but that's a very common number you'll see there. And it's not something to shake a stick at if you're concerned about your cholesterol levels. Oh, and Ray, you were transitioning from eating meat at the time. Okay, so it wasn't even the vegan meats that were raising your LDL. Yeah, I thought that was kind of high. I'm going, man, you'd really have to be eating some just extreme high saturated fat vegan diet to have those numbers that you're talking about, Ray. I actually have never seen a vegan with numbers quite on that, such a high side there. Anyway, cool. I'm glad you clarified that. Bob Hill, they're asking for a 4-day work week. crazy. DSL, 4 days work week is too much. Hey, it depends. Some people want to work more. Some people would work 6 days a week because they want to make more money. Others figure if you're salaried, there's no reason to be chained to a desk, wasting time. If you can get your job done in 4 days, and maybe work a little more, maybe work an extra hour on those 4 days so you can have a completely free day. I mean, what's the problem with that? I guess it depends. I mean, is there going to be some kind of mandate or something like that? But yeah, I see more flexible working happening for people now than ever since COVID, when remote work became more normalized. So yeah, I mean, if you can work unsupervised and perform well and, make your job, your boss is happy, who cares how many hours you're working? If you're getting it done and everyone's satisfied, everything's working out, people should act more like entrepreneurs than like, hourly paid slave wages or something like that. Just do what you got to do to perform well. I think people perform better when they're not being treated like an idiot, like a kid in school or something like that, like a prisoner. I think people perform well when they have autonomy and not some, micromanaging boss like looking over their shoulder every second. I always hated that when someone was trying to micromanage. And auto workers work and it's never done. Okay, Bob, maybe not every job can do that. Like I said, in medical professions, but there's certain professions, say in information technology, for instance, where a 4-day work week I think would be perfectly fine, and going to the office minimally. It all depends. Yeah, you can't remote work for service jobs like auto repair and stuff like that, Bob. So yeah, cool, whatever. It can't be applied universally. Debunked, right? The theory is debunked. Now let's move on. It's not even really a vegan issue. Work equals producing goods and services other people are paying for. Yeah, and if you could do that in 4 days and get as much done, be as productive as the same as 5 days, then what's the problem? That won't be possible in every line of work. You understand that? But just because it's not possible in every line of work doesn't mean the idea should be dismissed. If you're an information technology worker, it's an awesome idea. Yeah, if you have to actually be somewhere to fix something, it ain't gonna work. I think we owe it to each other to work as hard as possible. I think everyone has their own free will, Bob. We have no social contract where we have this deal with the rest of society to work as hard as possible. Some people, I'm saying people ought to work as hard as they want to, or as they can get away with if they have like a job, a boss micromanaging them. So there's no contract with society. How hard does it mean I'm not working hard enough? Should I work harder and harder and harder? And if so, what should I be doing? Is this considered work what I'm doing? See, it's just kind of all vague and nebulous in certain cases. In my case here, is this work right now, Bob? I'm just kind of curious if you consider I'm doing work right now. I'm not under the clock or anything like that. And if there were no super chat tips, this would be a completely free service. I might get a little bit on the long tail for people who watch the on demand of this later if they serve up an ad or something, but I turn the ads off for you guys watching live with me right now. I don't want some dumb ad to come on and interrupt our live stream. Is this work? See, I don't know. If you work somewhere like in entertainment or information technology, which this is a cross section of all that, when am I actually working? I'm not sure. If you're an entrepreneur, when are you actually working? When are you living your personal life? It's kind of vague, and those boundaries get really blurred in cases like mine and many others. Anyway, let's move on. We're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about vegan stuff. So I'm working, according to, I said we're going to move on, but let's see what Ray says. According to Bob, I'm producing a product that brings value and joy to a lot of people. Some of us contribute through pay. Therefore, I'm working hard. Well, say I did a live stream, Ray or Bob, where no one contributed a penny. And I've had live streams like that, what if no one contributed a penny and, am I still working? Even though I'm doing the same thing. The live stream is exactly the same. I do it for the same amount of time, talk about the same kinds of stuff. Is that considered work if I'm not getting any pay whatsoever? This is borderline. See, so Bob thinks this is borderline work. So Nothingness wants to make sure this is considered work and contributed another super chat tip there, Nothingness. So thank you. Oh, I'm looking at my my YouTube studio, which runs this live stream. It says, now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn more money inserting ads the more viewers are watching. Give it a try. All right, Bob, this is for you. I'm going to insert an ad right now. All right, so let's see what happens. Is there an ad coming up? Let's see. I'm just kind of curious. Let me know if anyone sees an ad. I'm not seeing it right now, but maybe there's a time lag or something like that. Let's see. Is there a scary ad? Okay, all right. All right, guys. I didn't see it on mine, but if you guys saw an ad, I did it because Bob. Bob's, really insisting that people need to work harder. So I did that extra bit of effort to hit the button, like, yes, please serve up an ad on this live stream. Something I said I never do, but I did it just to ensure that by Bob's definition, I am actually working right now rather than just being a slacker or something like that. So anyway, thanks for the super chat tips, guy. Thanks again, Nothingness. And I see Dawn Jackson. Thanks for that very generous super chat tip there, Dawn. See, I'm working, Bob. Are you happy now? I served an ad. And ads are all about commerce and money, right? Even though I received like literally fractions of a cent for each ad served. But anyway, Dawn, if anyone here has been to Madrid and can give recommendations for a good vegan restaurant, let you know. So we had our friend who was just in Dubai. I know I call it Dubai. Been to Madrid too. Sound like you might be a world traveler. So let us know. Let Dawn know if anyone has any tips on Madrid. I remember researching this a long time ago when I was thinking about moving to Spain. This is a couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago. And I saw Madrid had a surprising amount of vegan options. I can't remember how many of the restaurants are fully vegan versus vegan options, but I remember it looked pretty good. I did this on Happy Cow. So I assume you probably done that as well, Dawn. If not, start there, because I remember I was going, wow, we could live in Madrid, no problem. But I wouldn't want to live in Madrid, though. It seems too cold. Too far away from the Mediterranean. All right, so let's see. I probably missed a couple questions there. They're serving ad for non-vegan foods. Yeah, YouTube doesn't get it. They don't understand. The name of this channel is Happy Healthy Vegan, yet they serve very non-vegan ads. Anyway. Stupid. Hey, Ditlo Antonio, I'm an entertainer. I'm entertaining people right now. So hopefully Bob is satisfied with my my work ethic here. Let's see, Mark Rendon, for people transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, what advice do I have things they owned previously that were not vegan clothes? Yeah, I've talked about this many times, Mark. Well, we all know the definition of veganism. Let's first go there and see if that can help us with making a decision. It's a way of living and a philosophy which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practical all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. So just getting that out of the way, veganism is a stance against animal cruelty. So everyone have a little sip of something, have a drink. So yeah, if you're wearing something that you owned a long time ago, I know what you're asking, Mark. Is there any the animal was already exploited before you went vegan, right? Nothing you can do. You can't change the past. I get it, because I had the same thing. I found some old shoes, some old Birkenstock sandals I was wearing in college and bought them in the 90s, and I hardly ever wore them. They're in fantastic shape. And the more I thought about it, you don't have to have the same conclusions as I do, but the way I reason through it is like, if I'm wearing these, people will think, I'm saying this is cool. I'm showing society that this is an acceptable product. It's acceptable to kill an animal, to wear it on my foot. I didn't want to give that vibe out, so I didn't want to put that energy onto the world that I was giving some kind of approval in some shape or form, maybe a very light approval. I don't know. Anyway, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So that's how I think through it. But if you have a different way of reasoning through it, cool. It's just really up to you. Yeah, Travis said bury the shoes. I'm pretty damn sure I donated them to like a a thrift store or something like that. I don't think I threw them away. Did AJ show up last Friday? I'm pretty sure, yeah, AJ was here last Friday, right, guys? What do you guys recall? And Dr. Bear is here. Dr. Bear, you just joined, right, Dr. Bear? Good to see you, Dr. Bear. Yeah, Steve, I was watching the Apple. I've been following Apple's product announcement live streams for decades. I mean, I use tons of, I mean, if you come in here, it looks like a small Apple store. I got 2 Apple monitors, an Apple computer. I got my iPad, which I use to control, like I'm going to show you this. I'm using the iPad to make all these changes here. I have my phone in case I get a notification. I got a watch. You know, I follow them. You know, I've owned Apple stock for a long time. So I'm watching what they do, and I was so pleased to see them finally say no more leather products, because I was bummed when they introduced a new Apple Watch and they showed, look at our fancy leather watch band. I go, wait, you guys are all talking about how you want to lower your carbon footprint, and we know animal agriculture is way super resource intensive. So finally, they're walking their talk here. They're living up to their promise to be carbon neutral by 2030, and they calculated that they got to get rid of the leather. So thank God they're not thinking about animal cruelty, but whatever. Fewer animals will need to be killed so Apple can make leather watch bands. Anyway, I did see that though, Steven, so that was good news. I didn't think it was enough to make a whole video about, and then you know what would happen if I made a video like that, Steven? It'd just be turning this whole flame war of like, oh, Apple sucks, I use Microsoft, or I use Samsung, or whatever, it was Google Pixel, whatever. I didn't want to get in the whole thing. I don't care what you use. You know, if you don't like Apple, don't use them, you know? It's simple as that, you know? If you think their products are horrible or crap, don't use them. No one's forcing anyone to give up their PC and Windows if that's your thing. A lot of people use that. I'm not bagging on that platform. It's a viable platform for sure. But, you know, if that's not your thing, cool. Don't tell me what to do, because I'm not telling you. I'm a whole thing. Remember, you guys know, I'm all about like personal freedom, not in like a weird alt-right sense of freedom, a true sense of freedom. I'm totally against people that are like authoritarian fascist types trying to impose what they do onto others. You know, yeah, if you don't like iPhones, fine. There's other great phones out there. It's all good, you know. Whatever you like is all good. But don't throw shade at me because what I use triggers you or something like that. Ooh, Sarah has just gifted 5 Happy Fam True Fan memberships. Woohoo! Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. Let's see who gets some. And I'm glad Angie's not on, so she won't get one. Let's see. Jokic got one. Travis got one. Devin got one. Michael, Superbacker. And, well, one more. I think we still have one more to go. Oh, Vegan Han, awesome, cool. I know all you guys. I'm glad it went to regulars and people I want to see get them, because sometimes it'll go to someone who I might be fighting with or something like that. So you picked a really good time here, Sarah. There's no anti-vegans here to, you know, to accidentally receive one of these and accidentally get access to our Happy Fam only videos or live streams. So thanks, Sarah. It worked out wonderfully this time. Hey, Corvid Moon, thank you for the super chat tip. More evidence that I have some kind of work happening here, Bob. This is more than just a pleasurable hobby or something like that. Yeah, they went to good folks. Be Unique, the anti-bullying channel. I'm trying to be a regular. This is your second time. I remember you before. I guess because of that channel name. I would have thought you were here more than once before, but I guess that name, your channel name, sticks out. If an anti-vegan comes back, it must be seeing something right, Steven. They come back. I'm not sure why. I can't get in their minds or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, welcome, new Happy Fam. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sarah. That's big thanks to Sarah. Oh, it's hard you're on the East Coast. Yeah, I know it's 9 o'clock. I figured like sports, like when the NBA Finals happens, it's an East Coast team, West Coast team. This is the time, well, not now, but half an hour ago when I start, that's the time when they start those games. I figure, they figure it's a little early for West Coast, a little late for East Coast, but if we kind of meet in the middle, that's the best possible solution. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's like a nice down the middle. So that's why I picked that time. Yeah, where it works, kind of for East and West Coast. But yeah, we have a lot of East Coast viewers, and a lot of you guys you're tired after an hour in, probably because from not only all the haters, but from just in fact that'll be like 10:30 out where you guys are. And I've been going to bed earlier and earlier as I get older too. I used to stay up till 1 or 2 all the time. Now I stay up till like 12:30 or 1 earlier. That's my old folk kind of bedtime, 12:30 or 1. What's that, Dr. Bear? Show Bob any graph of worker productivity versus real wages. Like, wages compared to a rate of wage growth compared to inflation growth. How much percentage of a person's paycheck now in 2023 goes to, say, pay rent or buy a house, the price of a house. Yeah, inflation is what's changed. It's not like people are lazier, inherently lazier now in 2023. It's the fact that what you earn as a wage earner doesn't go as far as it did, say, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Inflation's outpaced wage growth. Uncle, keep up with inflation. Yeah, that's tough to do. But fortunately, right now, there's lots of ways to, if you're saving money, like in a bank account, earning no interest, you can earn a lot of interest now. It's pretty easy to find high yield savings accounts earning 4.25%. You can find money market accounts earning like in the low mid 5s. So there's ways to put some money away that actually beats inflation. Because usually if you have money in the bank, it's just kind of this weird paradox. It's supposed to be a good thing to save money, but the longer your money's saved, you're actually losing money because inflation appreciates faster than most bank rates have throughout our lifetimes. Until now. Now's a great time to, you're if you're getting a good interest rate, you're actually outpacing inflation. Yeah, VLAM, all the productivity gains didn't go in the pockets of the wage earners who were the products of work, doing the work. The gains, the benefits didn't go to the workforce, let's say. It went to the owners. Uncle, you earn $2 an hour, $2.02. Don't want to take away that 2 cents on your first job. Wow. Yeah, Dave's vegan. That's what I was referring to earlier. I didn't know there was studies. I don't really research this area. I mean, it's not my specialty or anything like that, but a lot of studies show that workers are more productive and mentally fit when they work fewer hours a week. Yeah, it's just, and that makes intuitive sense too. If you you don't need to be in an office for some jobs. Not everything, Bob, but some jobs. You don't need to be in an office for some jobs, like full 40 or 50 hours a week. If you could do it all in less and be as productive, if you meet all your boss's productivity goals for you, then what more can they want? I guess they can want more free work, I guess, but then you don't benefit from that. Sarah, you start investing when you're 18. Put in your dollars to work. Good for you. I wish I tucked more away. I started investing in my when I started getting some royalty checks back when my first band, Low Spirals Downwards. I mean, we weren't making that fat money, but I would put, some of it away, and I was able to save enough to help put the down payment on this house when I got it like 20 plus years ago. So that's where most of my investment went, to the down payment to this house, and then the house has been appreciating. But I've still been, putting money away, but, I slacked off. Once I got this house, I kind of forgot about I should have kept up with what I was doing. AJ, we knew you were coming, AJ. We were talking about you a second ago. I think it was Fu that asked, were you here last week? And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought I remember AJ here last week. I mean, yeah, I'm 56. My memory is not as great as it has been in the past, but I'm pretty sure I remember chatting with AJ last week. Let's see, Ray, you got really lucky. You worked as a groundskeeper in college for a school district. It all counted towards years of service as a teacher now, and grandfathered you into the older retirement system. Yeah, I didn't realize it too when I was substitute teaching. I told you I was a substitute teacher in the Santa Monica Unified School District back in the 90s. And I was part of the state teachers retirement system. So that was part of my retirement account that I have now. Once I stopped teaching, and I wanted to be able to control my money that they had, so I transferred it over to a personal retirement account, and yeah, I've been building off of that since. So I kind of got lucky there. It was a nice little head start on that. And I had a few .com jobs too, where I had like 401ks, but I never stayed at one for terribly long. They would either like go bankrupt, or I'd get laid off or something like that. And often you have to work there. I forgot, like 6 months or a year before they let you into the 401k program. So anyway, I didn't get that much, but anyway, I got it all, I sorted out. It's all in one place now, and I've been working off that. No, I didn't get a pension. It was just the state teachers retirement system. I guess that would have been considered a pension if I left it in there. But I wanted to be able to add to it. Once I was not teaching anymore, I couldn't do anything. I'd just wait till I get older, and I'd get a little pension in my 60s or something like that. But anyway, I transferred it to my individual retirement account, and I've been adding to it since then. This is all, since then, meaning like, for the past 20 odd years. Oh, Dr. Bear. Yeah, Dr. Bear's a teacher. That's great. You feel really fortunate that you work for a public college and also have government healthcare benefits and pension. Yeah, that's awesome. That's the dream, Dr. Bear. Working for the government, getting all the pensions and all the benefits that come from a government job. So you're great. You're doing good there. Oh, Bob, anyone could ask for more money. It depends on what your company's situation is, what your bosses are like. Yeah, anyone could ask for more money, whether you're a great worker or not. I've done it. I've asked for more money in some of my information technology jobs. And I was doing it. I was kicking butt. Sometimes they say, yeah, you're great. We value, but your position pays this, And sometimes, okay, yeah, we'll even give you a promotion too, It all depends. Let's see, Uncle, you have CDs that earn 4.899 interest, 15-month term. Yeah, I was talking about, I have, I just transferred some into a money market that earns like 5.3%. What's cool about that, you're not locked in any term, if interest rates go down, which they will eventually, that 5.3 won't be that or anything like that. That's cool. Get that locked in for the long term. That's not a bad interest rate at all. In fact, if someone would have told me like 3 years ago that we'd have like 5% interest rates on CDs and savings accounts, like short-term CDs, I would have tripped. I would have been doubtful. Jeremy, you're also a teacher. Went to Korea almost 16 years ago. 13, teaching English in the U.S. with family now. Subbing in your hometown. Cool. So are you getting money in like a teacher's pension thing like I was doing too? Yeah, I'm like Sarah too. I have money in different places, Some of it's in like, stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, others in high yield savings, other in money market account. But it's cool right now. I mean, the interest is awesome. I look at, wow, this, it's, having, you don't even have to be invested in like, stocks and ETFs. I mean, just have it in high yield savings, mutual funds money markets, zero risk for the most part. And, you look at your monthly dividends or interest, like, wow, this is cool. This is nice. I had savings in the past, like before, a couple years ago, it's like, really all that savings and you get like, like maybe $40, $30 a month or something like that. Like, wow, now, times that by 10. Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, I remember interest rates were a lot higher in the 80s. You had a CD that earned 10.5%. Wow, I can't imagine what kind of craziness was happening for interest rates to be so high then. Man, that must have really killed the housing market. Hutchie, when you subbed, you didn't get any benefits at all? Oh, when I was a substitute, I didn't get any benefits, benefits, but I was able to, in my paychecks, I had the option. Should they take the money out like a normal job, like Social Security and all that stuff? Or should the money instead be taken out and go into the state teachers retirement system? So that was one benefit that I always had as a substitute in California. But yeah, it could be different in different states, and maybe they don't even offer that anymore in this state. I mean, this was the 90s, you know, things can totally change. Hey, Diablo Cell, there is no excuse for not being vegan. Well, there's a lot of excuses I hear, Diablo Cell. Are these excuses valid or make any sense? That's a whole nother question. But yeah, there's tons of excuses. Steven, no, I've never heard of Plant Chomper YouTube. But I can tell he's a very unbiased source of info on health, research. Also, I try to avoid health and focus on ethics. Okay, never heard of him. Mr. Black, equal pay law, I can't stop laughing. What are you talking about? I didn't see any. Is there a discussion going on here about equal pay? Equal to what? You saying like genders shouldn't receive equal pay? Like men should like receive like 10, 20% more than non-males doing the exact same job, same experience and all that? Is that what you're arguing for? Just kind of curious. Oh, you're in California. Maybe things have changed. Maybe they don't allow, or it could be your school district. I don't know. But I actually taught in Oakland Unified and Santa Monica Unified School District. In both places, I was able to be in the state teachers retirement system. Starlight, if you are you here to troll? Or what are you trying to say? So you're saying you eat all plants? Is that what you're saying, Starlight? You eat all plants, and then you have eggs too. So you're a vegetarian, all right? So we're handled. Starlight is a vegetarian. Let's move on. Because it's not about killing things. There's animal exploitation, animal cruelty, and there's cruelty and exploitation in the egg industry. Anytime you're raising livestock, there's going to be cruelty and exploitation. So you're a vegetarian. Handle done. Let's move on. We're not going to go any more down that path. You're a vegetarian. Congratulations. I have nothing against vegetarians, but you're not vegan. Awesome. Good for you, Star. Let's move on. Allison, yeah, you're talking about like veterinary stuff. Yeah, animal care has gotten so expensive, guys. You know, it's like as much as I love my cats, Angie and I have decided in the future when our cats pass on, we're not gonna be animal owners, pet owners, or whatever you want to call it. You know, we're not gonna have a family involving cats or dogs anymore. Is we can love other people's animals. We always make friends with animals around the neighborhood, but you know, if I want to ever like retire or something like that, yeah, the animals are I can't imagine how much kids are as far as what a financial responsibility, but animals these days, it's so expensive. You're right, thousands of dollars if your animal gets sick. If it spends a night in a hospital, like an emergency situation, easy now, $2,000. Easy. At least out here. Maybe it's different where you live at. Yeah, they are worth it, be unique. But yeah, if I ever want to like kind of want to retire or something, I'm already kind of like that anyway, but just be able to live on fewer bucks. Animals are an expense that I could probably not need to have as much as I love them. But I appreciate every moment with my cats. Bodhi and Jojo, love them. Appreciate every moment. And once they're not here, I'm going to kind of keep it that way. They're probably watching this live stream. When they're not here, what is he talking about? That's how our cats talk. They have like this weird kind of 30s accent. Yeah, is he a wise guy? What's he saying, Joey? Yeah, if you want to dance right now to Pet the Monkey, or what's that? I was thinking of the Peter Gabriel song. He doesn't say that. No, what's the monkey song? Shot the Monkey. What's that, Uncle? You got a plant-based protein powder called Orgain from the regular store. That's good. A little sweet tasting, but it says no sugar added. If there's something sweet in there, often they'll add stevia or something like that. I know that Clean Machine Green Protein added some, but it didn't bug me. I didn't taste it once it was all mixed in my smoothie. You wait for Ryan to give you an okay. Hey, Peter, you're at a vegan meetup. Well, if you're able to speak with the fellow vegans at your vegan meetup, tell them Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, and everyone watching the live stream, all 70 odd of us, say hello to the vegans at Peter's vegan meetup in Canada. Oh, Starlight, you just said earlier you're a vegetarian that just ate nothing but plants, but you also ate eggs. Now you eat roadkill, so you're just like going all over the place now. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Thanks to share that you eat like dead, rotting flesh that's been sitting on a highway under the sun with bugs, who knows, maggots even. Good for you. Awesome. Nothingness. I will give $2 contribution to our cult leader for every troll in the chat. Well, we got one there with Starlight. There's one right there. Hey, Denim C702. Yeah. Hello. I haven't seen you come to the live stream for a while. Do you have anything you want to say to me? A question for me? Because I thought in the past you have come here to say things that were critical of myself or veganism. So if you have something you want to share in a civil way, go for it. If not, I'm glad to see that you're not fighting with people. That's nice. What was River Rune talking about here? I must have missed River Rune's. Sean P, do you know what the difference in absorption, like I said, one is a little more challenging to get iron from. The question is, are vegans inherently iron deficient, Sean? Who cares? Let's say you're right, and it is. I'm not denying that. I don't know if the difference is statistically all that significant when it comes down to actual blood labs. Because we've looked this up before. Vegans are at no more risk of being iron deficient than non-vegans. And I share my iron blood lab levels all the time with you guys, and they're always strong and fine. So yeah, okay, say you ate meat. You might be able to absorb a little more iron, but is that going to be the difference between having good solid levels of iron in your serum, your blood, or being deficient? No, just who cares if you get a little more? It's not like a race. Like he who absorbs the most iron wins. They are supreme in the iron absorption contest of life. No, it's not like that at all. Say, hey, vegans get enough iron. If you get a little more, great. Is more necessarily better? I've seen some research that suggests no, it's not necessarily better. So anyway, good for you. I'm glad you're not iron deficient, if that's what you're trying to tell me, because I'm not iron deficient too. So what does that prove? Okay, here comes Den MC702. You like getting on the poop wall? Oh, okay, let's put this up on the wall. And I wish I had my timer now. So we're going to give you 3 minutes to sort this out here. Okay, let's see. Did I even get any poop wall stuff last time? Here's our basic rules. So just familiarize yourself with them. Specifically, number 3, if you're gonna debunk veganism, just give me your just give me one example and defend it to the death. Okay, so all right, so Den MC702. Sorry if I called you demon something before. Just my quick reading of your username. Vegans will be vegans. Yeah, vegans will be vegans. By definition, vegans are going to be vegans and can eat. Oh, and cannot change what humans eat. I think you wanted to change your typo there. Cannot change what humans eat. Well, what do you mean we can't change what humans eat? Humans eat plants and humans eat meat. So what? I mean, yeah, humans can eat all that stuff. Humans could survive for a long time just eating no plants if they wanted to. As we see, carnivore people aren't typically dropping dead or anything like that. And likewise, you can eat plants. So yeah, we're not trying to change what people eat. We're just saying, yeah, you don't have to eat the meat stuff. And first of all, you don't need to eat the meat stuff. It's, there's nothing necessary about that. You're not going to like drop dead from malnutrition. If so, I should have died a long time ago, and my blood lab should be way worse. So we're not trying to change what humans eat. We're just saying, hey, what humans eat, you don't have to eat the dead animal bits. You can eat the plants and not be sick and dying. And, I'm not a medical doctor. I'll be the first to admit that. That's not what I studied in school. I studied philosophy, but others have studied this stuff. People that have PhDs, people that have Oh, I didn't get this ready for you guys. People that have medical doctor credentials, nutritionists, dietitians, and health organizations from around the world, this is what they're saying. I'm just merely repeating what people who can understand PhD level research, which is beyond my understanding level. I'm not qualified, and most of you guys aren't either qualified to properly read through a proper peer-reviewed scientific study and understand all the nuance. So anyway, yeah, you don't have to kill animals, Den MC 702. We're not trying to change what people eat. We're just pointing out the absolute scientific medical fact that you don't need to eat dead animals. You can just eat the plants that you're already eating. We're not changing anyone. We're saying all the food of the food you're eating, you can leave out the dead animals. And as long as you're not doing anything stupid like, like extreme fruitarian fasting, that kind of stuff, you'll be fine. I don't like like you're talking about Roundup in your food. I don't like Roundup in my food either, but why are you pinning that on vegans? I know Roundup is a product used in all forms of like agribusiness, like large, big agriculture, whatever it's called, the agriculture industry. And most agriculture grown in the United States is fed to livestock. So, so there goes that argument. It's not like when I eat my legumes and rice and potatoes, that's all necessarily Roundup-ridden foods or something like that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Monsanto products either, DenMC. And as Michelle points out, it's not even about health. If that's what you're thinking, the Roundup's going to make you sick. First of all, I don't like Roundup foods. I avoid them as much as I can. But as we know from the definition of veganism, it doesn't say anything about avoiding Roundup or avoiding. Where are we at here? 1 second, guys. Doesn't say anything about it being the healthiest diet in the world, but it is healthy, as the medical professionals have ascertained from reviewing the scientific literature. So good questions. I forgot to hit ding there. Thank you. Anyway, all right, Den MC 702. Yeah, we're not trying to change what people eat. We're just saying humans eat plants, humans eat animals. You don't have to eat the animals. As the science shows, you're not going to die. And if you care about animal cruelty, this is what you'll do. You'll eat plants. Yeah, Starlight, Uncle or Peter, if you're here, can you block Starlight? I already answered his or her question earlier, and I told them that was it. Move on. You don't have to eat plants. What do you mean you don't have to eat plants? Dan MC says, I don't have to eat plants. Yeah, no one's putting a gun to your head, Dan MC 702, to eat plants. You understand that? Vegans are not in the business of being fascist authoritarian. So I take that back. There's some, and I've banned them from this channel, particularly a certain YouTuber who has tendencies in that nature. But we're not like that. Most are not like that. No one is putting a gun to anyone's head to eat plants. Just like no one's putting a gun to my head to eat meat or anything like that. We are free people living in free countries. Most of us are, at least, and we have the choice to eat what we want. And vegans choose not to consume animal products because we are against animal cruelty and exploitation. No one's putting a gun to our heads to do it. We're doing it out of our own volition, our own free will, as free-thinking individuals who believe that animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong. There's no forcing of any kind. I should just make Bob a moderator? Why should I make Bob Hill a moderator? Sean P. already stated your point? Let me see. Let me see Sean P.'s point. Sean P is asking AJ, do you represent all vegans? Well, what is your question, Sean P? I'm going to keep scrolling. Vegans have a harder time. Okay, we're going to put you up on the poop wall here, Sean. All right, so you're done. DenMC 702, we've handled your question. If you want to come back next week, feel free to do so, but we're moving on. We're not going to spend like all our time with one person here. So let's check this out. vegans have a harder time having normal iron levels. Well, have you seen my blood test videos? I know I don't represent all vegans, Sean, but my iron levels have always been in the healthy, normal part of the range. And let's just go do a little Googling here and see if vegans are anemic. Okay, because who should I trust? Should I see what the scientific consensus is, or should I believe some random guy on the live stream? So let's see. Are vegans iron deficient? So let's see what we find out here. Right here. From WebMD, I'm going to point out WebMD is not a vegan activist source of information. It's like general medical consensus. Vegans are no more likely to develop iron deficiency anemia than the general population. Vegans typically consume an adequate amount of iron because their diet is high in vitamin C, which improves the absorption of non-heme iron, which you were so concerned about. What's your name again? Sean, you were so concerned about this non-heme iron being less efficient at absorbing iron, but it's a moot point because we consume more vitamin C than non-vegans, and vitamin C helps with the absorption of non-heme iron. And it says right here, once again, read it and weep, Sean. Will you admit that you were wrong? Sean, I want you to come to me and say, okay, Ryan, I had a belief. I probably heard it from some like shirtless influencer on TikTok or something like that, but you were wrong. It says vegans, I'm a cat right now, guys. Thanks, Nothingness, for the super chat tip. Thanks. Let me read it for you once again, Sean, in case you're not fully comprehending what WebMD is saying here. And this is not just the only place in the world that says this. This is just the general scientific consensus. We can keep going on all day, but I'm not going to because this is all we need to know. Vegans are no more likely to develop iron deficiency anemia than the general population. So Sean, is that your name? What do you have to say about that? I'm not iron deficient. The general scientific consensus is that vegans are not iron deficient. We have vitamin C, which helps absorb non-heme iron. So what do you have to say to that, Sean P? Now that you've said what you said here, and now you've been shown actual factual evidence-based information that reflects not the viewpoint of some wacko on social media or TikTok. It reflects the opinion of the general scientific medical opinion about vegans and anemia. So what do you have to say about that, Sean? Where's Sean? Where did you go? Where are you, Sean? Yeah, Be Unique, the anti-bullying channel. Yes, everyone is a health expert when you say you are a vegan. I'm sure Sean is not a health expert, but you know, the people that put out this information on, say, WebMD, they have actual training in these matters. Medical doctors, PhDs, nutritionists, dietitians, people that can understand the research. So here's Sean. The National Library of Medicine refutes what you said. Well, show me. What does the National Library of Medicine say? Can you I know you can't put a link here, but can you at least show me? I'm gonna go back to the web here and tap in National Library of Medicine. Let's see if I can find something like that. Okay, there's a study here. Okay, but that's, again, just one study. 4 studies assess iron deficiency with average prevalence of 7% of meat eaters. So even eating all this meat, you have 7% of your meat eaters. But okay, that's one study. But where do you think that where'd my thing go? History. Where do you think this opinion came from? Do you think they not took in like more than just this one study? They took in the totality of studies here. Let's see. Here's an article on how to get iron. If you're really concerned about how to get iron, there's plant sources of iron. You can take an iron supplement. And also, too, let's look at health organizations from around the world. You found one study on Google here. I mean, look at these health organizations who, after having read the scientific literature on vegan diets and nutritional adequacy, Dietitians of Canada, Sean. Are you watching, Sean? A well-planned vegan diet can meet all these. They're talking about nutritional needs. It's safe and healthy for pregnant and breastfeeding women, babies, and children. British National Health Service. With good planning and an understanding of what makes up a healthy, balanced vegan diet, you can get all the nutrients your body needs. British Nutrition Foundation. Do I need to keep going here? So you're saying, okay, you found one study here. Well, how do you think these organizations of health professionals made these statements about the nutritional adequacy of vegan diets? You think they just looked at one study and came to a conclusion? No, they looked at the totality of the evidence and came to these position statements. Like, do you think they're lying here? I mean, their reputations would be effed. They would be screwed if they were giving you information here that is factually wrong, scientifically, medically wrong, and made people sick. Do you really think all these organizations here, which are not vegan organizations, are risking their reputations? Dietitians Association of Australia, all these people are saying this, and it's wrong. Yeah, Dr. Bear, thank you. Even if one source, as our friend here, what's his name again? Sean, even if one source said vegans are slightly more prone to iron deficiency, it doesn't follow that animal exploitation is okay. You can take a freaking iron supplement. That's the whole point. Even if let's say Dr. Bear, let's take it further. Let's say all studies show that vegans are more prone to iron deficiency. Let's strengthen Sean's argument as much as we possibly can. Okay, let's be as charitable and generous to his position here. Let's just say, yeah, vegans can't compete with meat eaters as far as iron absorption. We are more prone. Science, pretty much all scientific consensus says that vegans are more prone to iron deficiency. Doesn't say that, but just give them that. Still, you can just take a supplement. What's wrong with taking a freaking supplement? If that's what it takes to avoid animals having to be slaughtered for you on a daily basis, just take a supplement. Like, non-vegans take supplements too. The multi-billion-dollar industry wasn't made for a few deficient vegans. It was made for meat eaters. So just take a supplement. I still don't see the problem here, how that debunks veganism. Be Unique, the anti-bullying channel, shares their experience. You were close to anemic as a vegetarian, not as a vegan. Everything just worked itself out when you became vegan. Thanks for sharing that. Sean P. Everything I've seen has shown that omnivorous diets are more beneficial to overall health, less nutritional deficiencies. Well, what are you talking about, Sean? First of all, veganism isn't a diet that is, about optimal health, the healthiest thing in the world. However, as I shown here, vegan diets are healthy. We have the the consensus. After reviewing scientific literature, these health organizations find that vegan diets are not inherently nutritionally deficient. I put my blood tests up on the screen, not on the screen, up on our channel. How many of your idols that you worship on social media that hate veganism put their blood tests up every 12 to 18 months, like I've been doing since 2013? I have blood tests going back to 2012, actually, my second year vegan, not deficient. So I don't know what you've seen. You're probably just watching these like meat influencers cherry picking people who are doing raw vegan diets, who are probably eating a deficient diet in some ways. That's not what veganism is. Let's look at what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. What does he think veganism is? Some kind of let me read what it was again. Everything I've seen has shown that omnivorous diets are more beneficial to overall health, less nutritional deficiencies. Well, yeah, veganism, we're against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's what veganism is. It's not a philosophy based on, I'm trying to be the healthiest man in the world or something like that. No. We're against animal cruelty and exploitation. But we've fortunately have the science showing that as long as you're not doing something irresponsible or ridiculously extreme, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. So I don't know what you've seen here. You want to see my blood test, Sean? Would you like me to stop everything we're doing right now and we'll watch some of my I'll pick one. I'll show you 8 blood test videos, 7, 8 blood test videos. Just pick one and we'll see how deficient I am. Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Bear. Unfortunately, it's very lucrative, Sean, to be a reactionary, like the people that you're hearing this crap from, peddling lies that reinforce people's bad habits, supporting animal exploitation, Sean. So you've been duped by some stinking grifter profiting off people like you, supporting them as they feed you lies and misinformation. Sean P. There's someone named Jack, I think, who is a vegan and does only raw foods, and he looks unhealthy. There's a guy named Jack, so that proves it. All right, guys, veganism's been debunked. It's been debunked. Let me find out why again. There's someone named Jack, I think, who is a vegan and does only raw foods, and he looks unhealthy. Drug addict, unhealthy, scary. Veganism debunked. A guy named Jack that eats raw food and looks unhealthy. We're done, guys. Hey, veganism's debunked, guys. What should we do? Look, I need to make a new kind of channel. Maybe I'll do music, because veganism's been debunked. Let's get veganism debunked again. It's debunked. I'm gonna start a music channel. Jack, the raw fruitarian. He looks like a drug addict. He looks unhealthy. Veganism is debunked. We're done. We're all done, guys. Let's see, yeah. Start a music channel, full-on music channel. We're done. No more vegan content. Jack the fruitarian looks unhealthy. That's it. That's all I gotta know. Some guy named Jack eats a bunch of fruit. He looks like a drug addict. That's it. He probably doesn't get enough iron. We're over. It's done. We had a good run. We've been doing this since 2013, but now, Friday, September 15th, 2023, this is it. The Happy Healthy Vegan channel will come to an end. We're gonna wind it down. Party's over, Hutchie, and we all have to move on with our lives. I'm gonna have to get rid of my vegan cult leader shirts because of Jack the fruitarian. He doesn't look healthy. He's too skinny, apparently, right? He looks like a drug addict. So some guy named Jack eats nothing but fruit. He ruined it for us. It's done. Anyway, let's get back on with it. No, veganism has not been debunked. That's just crazy. Yeah, some guy named Jack, I think, eats a fruitarian diet. So anyway, let's get down to it. Just because you don't like someone's appearance doesn't mean anything about their health. Doesn't mean that they're healthy or unhealthy. Just because a guy is jacked doesn't mean they're healthy. A lot of people think that. It's called, I've heard this new fallacy, appeal to futility, appeal to jackedness. Not jacked, but being jacked. People think, if someone looks good, jacked, like a guy or a lady or a girl looks good in a bikini, they're automatically healthy. You don't need to get blood tests or visit a doctor. If you look good in a bikini or if a guy's jacked, they're automatically healthy. Appearance has nothing to do with it. So just stop at this. We always hear about extreme bodybuilders who die early, like in their 30s and 40s, because what they're doing is not healthy. It's so opposite of healthy that it's an occupational hazard, a known occupational hazard. But yeah, and just because some fruitarian guy is really skinny doesn't mean they're deficient. Check out their blood tests. If they share their blood tests, then you'd have a point. But you can't diagnose someone just based upon their appearances. So anyway, Sean, you don't tell anyone what to eat. I thought we've established that we are free people. I'm not sure about you, Sean, where you're from, but we're free people that live in free countries, and no one is putting a gun to anyone's head to force them to eat anything. So if this Jack guy wants to be a really skinny looking fruitarian type, fine. I mean, you know who he would blend in with? Ever watch the Tour de France, particularly the hill climbers? Those guys are skinny as. I mean, they're so skinny. They're not vegan. I mean, there might be a few, but generally they're none of, they're eating meat. But that's how they want to look. That's what they want to do. And who is this Sean guy to like tell males how they must look? Are you in the business of giving males some kind of like psychological hang-up, some kind of body dysmorphia? Is that what you're promoting here? Everyone's got to be like ripped or something like that. I mean, shame on you for telling people that they have to look a certain way. You're just promoting body dysmorphia and giving people mental issues. All right, what should we do with Sean, guys? California is a communist hellscape. No, it's not. You're just jealous because you don't live here. BLM still burning everything to the ground. Nope, now you're being racist. No cops want to work. Nope, we have police departments here. I just saw the Long Beach Police Department driving by our neighborhood yesterday. California's not free vaccine tyranny. Nope, no one is forcing anyone to get a vaccine in California. There's no mandate. Everything you're saying here is lying. I've seen racism. Thank you guys for blocking it. It's funny how they come. Isn't it weird how there's a complete package to these anti-vegans? First, they hate vegans. And then it turns out they're like these fascist types that hate California. They hate black people. They hate vaccines and saying we're communists and vaccine fascists. Like, what the hell? No cops want to work. Like, what is wrong with these people? How come there's a whole package, a whole series of different hate rabbit holes? They've all gone down simultaneously, and they believe this whole complete package of hate and misinformation. Wow. What a bad person. Well, you have the heat on in your house, AJ? Wow, I have the AC on in this room because it's still a little too warm. Yeah, Dr. Bear, exactly. Almost as though different forms of hate go hand in hand. Why? Because if your psychology or heart, however you want to look at your mind or your heart, is open to one form of hate, that means you have that channel open of hate, and someone just needs to plug some other information in your head. Oh, you hate Californians? Oh, you want to hate black people? Oh, you want to hate vegans? Hell, hate some Chinese people while you're at it too. That's easy. I'll just throw that in there for good measure. Hate LGBT. Just hate. If they have one avenue of hate open, it's easy to open a bunch more in. Let's see. So anyway, you never thought one of our own would debunk veganism? Yeah, it got debunked a little earlier, huh? Hey, Bill, Ryan, Bill Seabury, good to see you, Bill. Ryan, if you make me a mod, I guarantee you trolls will be nuked. Ooh, let me think about that, Bill. Uncle did a good job with that. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Bill, because yeah, Peter's been doing a lot more things on Friday nights. He has a life, good for him. He's out he's doing a vegan meetup tonight. So I might be in the market for a moderator in the not so distant future, Bill. So I'll file that away and remind me, because I forget things, not because I'm vegan, because I'm just forgetful in general, and I'm old too. So I tend to forget things sometimes. So remind me, but I'll try to file that away. Wow, Samuel, that's an interesting theory. Many vegan YouTubers that look skinny are doing it to prove that veganism is bad, pretending to be vegan, so later they can look good eating meat. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that someone has done that before, and more than just one person. Yeah, Bill, yeah, I know you have a good BS meter, Bill, so I'll keep that in mind. I'll think that through. Yeah, we've been doing good with Uncle and me and Peter, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I appreciate you reaching out to me about that, Bill, because I think you would be a fantastic moderator. Yeah, I'm just letting the hair grow. The big difference was when I got my haircut last time, Giovanni, is I told him not to mess with the back as much, just let it grow out a little more. And I told him I want the hair to stay longer in the front too, So I want it, so it just looks like it's getting longer, even though it's technically not, it hasn't really grown out a lot, just I have more in the front and more in the back. Michelle, we can hope. Let's be positive about the trolls, Michelle. Let's take an optimistic attitude towards them. Yeah, maybe they can learn something. No, but people who are racist and against vegans, against area-ist, like geographicist, like he's shaming California and calling us communists and stuff like that. People with that much hate in their hearts, they're not coming to a place like this, or anywhere for that matter, to have some kind of open, rational dialectic of some kind. No, they're just here to spew their hate. And when confronted with evidence, actual facts that contradict their ill-informed misinformation beliefs, they get triggered, and you see that whole spewing of hate that he threw out there: anti-California, anti-LGBT, or anti-BLM, and the whole thing. That's what happens when they get triggered. They're not here to be rational. No, I had a good question. Yeah, some people think I'm Filipino. No, I could see why you might think that. No, I am a almost even mix of Chinese and more Chinese than and British Island stuff, English, Wales. Thank you, Dr. Bear. This should go without saying, but let me just repeat what Dr. Bear said, because this place right here, this live stream that says Happy Healthy Vegan, run by me, this doesn't say the champion of free speech freedom or something like that live stream. This is not a no limits free speech platform. Ryan isn't here to platform racists or any other a-hole with hate coming from them, or anyone else who spews hate. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying the obvious here. Yeah, if I see people and they try to use my chill live stream as a platform for their ignorant hate opinions, we'll ban them, because we have zero tolerance for hate speech. Yeah, Bill, they're not here. There's no good faith on their coming to live streams or anything. People that sort of level of ignorance and hate, they're not coming to anything with any kind of goodwill. Oh, Sean's back. Oh, I thought we just timed you out. You want to say one more hateful thing before you go? You want to say something bad about like my race, or you just criticize my home state? What else do you want to say bad before I nuke you? No, let's let Sean expose himself here. Sean, the anti-BLM person, the anti-California, anti-vax. What else? What other one more hate thing you want to get out, Sean? We'll give you one more opportunity to say something hateful. Nah, fuck that. All right, nuked him. I did Bill's job and nuked him. He's probably typing it out. Yeah, I'm going to say something really mean. Vegan memory loss. No, I'm 56, and I'm a very a busy entrepreneurial type, running multiple businesses here. So I just don't remember everything that comes my way. My brain is constantly being filled with facts. Okay, so VLAM, who is Chinese? Ryan, you look very Chinese to me, except your curly hair. I bet people would speak to you Chinese if I ever visited here. Now, my hair used to be way straighter, but as I've gotten older, which normally happens, your hair gets thinner. And as my hair has gotten thinner, it's just like less weight to pull it down to make it straighter. So it's lighter and fluffier now. So I get a little wave curl here now. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of the curl in my hair. Just thinner, lighter hair that curls easier. Sam, you're running 100K in every state. What's that like? Let's see. Was that 60 miles roughly? 100K in every state. Being plant-based is easy and healthy. Well, yeah, tell it to the haters that have been coming here tonight. Hutchie, yeah, memory loss could be from drugs, right, Hutchie? How come he's blaming it on my veganness? How come he's not thinking about the marijuana I've smoked in the past, or the ecstasy or mushrooms I've taken in the past? I've even taken LSD in the past. Why can't it be that? It's the vegan thing. Not that I'm 56 or anything like that. It has to be vegan. That I self-admit that I don't have the greatest memory. I mean, I don't have to have the greatest memory. We have all these digital devices that I could set a reminder in seconds, and it'll send me a notification in the future. Yeah, I like California too. It's funny when people hate on California. They don't even know what they're talking about. Like, they have no idea. What's that thaw dieting? Ryan, like The Rock from wrestling. Ask them a question, then hit them with the ban. It doesn't matter what you think. That's kind of what I did there, huh? Ryan wears white after Labor Day. Veganism debunks. Yeah, just any random thing, huh? Anyway, yep, Dr. Bear, absolutely right. Jared Leto looks like a vegan to you, in your opinion? I don't think he is actually truly a vegan, though. I think he's like a vegetarian or plant-based kind of eater, if I'm correct. I've seen videos of him where he says he's not like really inspecting all the ingredients and like cookies or something like that. AJ, thank you so much, AJ, for the Nuke the Trolls fund. Yeah, we have to have some like quick nuke fingers tonight. So thank you so much, AJ. Much appreciated. Thanks for being our number one supporter. I appreciate that, AJ. Thank you so much. Because Bob was concerned earlier if what I'm doing here is technically work. He was so concerned about how, workers in some industries here in our country are fighting for a 4-day work week, which he finds completely offensive. And I'm saying, well, what is work exactly? Especially if you work in entertainment/information technology. Am I working here? I'm not punched in on the clock or anything like that. What if I don't get any live stream tips? Is it working? Or am I just messing around? It's just showing you how the concept of work, especially if you do something like what I do, combine that with like entrepreneurialism. It's hard to define when one is working and one is not working. It is. It's for me. There's no difference. I make money when I'm sleeping. Passive income, and I do things actively, like what I'm doing right now too. So I don't really make any distinction between, for me, the way my life is set up, between working and not working. I'm always kind of doing something that is part of my whole life of music and songwriting and getting royalties from that, and vegan activism. All right, we got another racist here. All right, cool. All right, not about me, but just in general. It's like a general racist. There's several kinds, Some are very specific in their racism. We just had someone who was against wokeness and this whole package of hate, as we're talking about. It seems like if you hate one thing, you hate a whole bunch. You bought the whole package of hate. Yeah, we're back on woke, Heidi. Yep. We are woke narcissists of compassion here. Guilty as charged, Jordan Peterson. Swole narcissists of compassion, some of us are too. Ada, no, you don't want me to sing the song. Angie is the singer. I am the musician / music producer type. Yeah, you don't want me singing. Oh, Angie's out there. I just heard her walk past. Sometimes she hears me when I yell something. Did you hear me? Can you still hear me, Angie? Did you hear it when veganism got debunked a while ago? Oh, I was yelling for it. Yeah, it's because some guy named Jack on YouTube, he looks unhealthy and he's like eats all fruit. So yeah, veganism was debunked. Some guy named Jack looks unhealthy on YouTube. So I had to share with Angie, yeah, we got debunked earlier because some guy named Jack is in this one hater's and racist guy's opinion doesn't look that good. Yeah, oh wow, huh? Yeah, Dr. Bear, speaking about that guy I just banned, yeah, literally nobody, all caps, wants white people to feel guilty. That's just another lie from reactionaries trying to get you worked up enough to buy their grifter products, huh? Bill, Ryan, it would be fun to do the show one night on Zoom so we could have actual conversations. I tried that in one of our members only live streams, and I had a hell of a time getting it working right. I wanted to test it out in that smaller forum before I brought it out to the bigger live stream here for everyone, and I gotta try it again. So that's a good idea. The problem with that is, if I open it up to non-vegans, it could get kind of evil and scary sometimes, as we just saw. Hey, thank you, Steven. Thank you for your super chat tip there, Steven. Ooh, psilocybin. I'm aiming to be sickly Jack. Good for you. You have every right to be. Not everyone has to be jacked. You can look like little Jack. Raw psilocybin diet with junk food supplementation. Blood work is still perfect though. Hey, you're free to do what you want. I've never said that vegans have to eat a certain way. I prefer to eat in a more healthy way than that, but that's what you want to do. Hey, if you're not exploiting animals, first of all, you don't have to follow the advice of eating a balanced vegan diet. No one's forcing that, but as long as you're not exploiting animals, you're vegan. So if you want to eat junk food and psilocybin 24/7, yeah, more power to you. We live, again, you're a free person in a free country. And if that's what you find is your path for you, I'm not going to stop you. Would I recommend it for myself or others? No. But you can do you. What's happening, Allison? Cannabis is being legalized where you're at. Let me know what history's going on with you there. Yeah, but Bill, I see what Dr. Bear just said to you. Yeah, the point wasn't just to have the Zoom type thing, the Zoom video conference thing happen in a members only live stream. I was using the members only live stream as a platform with fewer people involved. So if something went wrong, we could deal with it. And yeah, it did go wrong. I was having trouble getting the audio and video to sync up. It's like a 20-second lag. I couldn't get it to work. So anyway, I was trying to use it as a platform to test something out. I'm glad I tested out in that because it wasn't working and I've kind of given up. But I need to retry it again. Mr. Black, what the hell are you talking about? Should we just block this too? You think people use racist for anything? Oh, I hurt my elbow. Racism. Oh, I don't like veganism. Racism. No, people don't use it for everything. People use the word racist when they see racist behavior from someone. So if you're someone that's emitting racist behavior, maybe you just don't like being called out for that. But no, people don't use it for everything all the time. That's just a complete exaggeration. Thanks for blocking them. Primary blend. Ryan Johnson, I think I hear you talking about that guy in his 40s is reversing his age with a vegan diet and overt medical procedures. Okay. Yeah, the rich guy trying to live forever. Okay. And are you going to say something about? I'm just kind of curious. Like, why are you bringing it up for? Are you just throwing that at us, or is there like a therefore or something? I'm not being mean. I'm just kind of wondering if I'm getting to a point with that, or is that the point right there? That's fine. That's a fine point. Okay, Uncle, that's fine. If he comes back, block him. I think I remember that guy saying crap before. So he's proven himself to be, worthy of violating our rules. And if you're watching, Mr. Black or whatever your name was, I totally forgot. My bad. I have a bad memory because I'm a vegan, not because I'm 56 and running a live stream and all on my own here. But in case you want to know why people get banned on this channel, Mr. Guy who just got put in timeout by Uncle, we could read the rules here together. We need to read the rules every once in a while. Be civil, no personal attacks. So if you're attacking me or any kind of group of people for their age or their sexual orientation or their political leanings or what state they live in or anything like that, we will block you. Racism, sexism, all that crap, ban you. No spamming or trolling. And if you're here to debunk veganism, just give us one argument, one example, no more. That's it. If you violate these, I will block you. Graham, Brian Johnson, lead singer of AC/DC. That liver isn't clean, you're guessing. Yeah, I would venture a guess that direction too. All right. Yes, sir. I agree. Eating animals is weird. People think veganism is weird. Like, no. Like having like an animal killed for you, like, brutally killed so you can eat it unnecessarily. That's really weird. Steve Townsend, hey Ryan, I just tuned in Hong Kong. Awesome. Hey, VLAM's in Hong Kong right now too. So we have at least 2 people in Hong Kong. Going to LA next week. Any suggestions for places to eat? Just look up on Happy Cow. I mean, Los Angeles is huge. I don't know how many square miles it is. It's gigantic. So there's different areas of Los Angeles. You're at the coast, downtown, Hollywood. It depends how far you want to go. Orange County, Long Beach. There's so many areas. So just see where you're going to be staying at, where you'll be traveling to, and look up on Happy Cow. A wonderful website. If you use the app, you might have to pay $1 or $2, but the website's completely free. Just type in your city that you'll be visiting or the area code or whatever it's called, and you'll find all sorts of places. Wow, Dr. Bear, heard about that. Yeah, during lockdown when Zoom was really popular, Zoom didn't have their security up to the level it's at now, so anyone could just bomb any live stream. So thank goodness they figured out how to put passwords in finally. Yeah, Sarah, wow, 40 years in the Bay Area, NorCal girl, but you escaped. That's where I might want to end up, Hawaii or northern, like Marin County area, one of the two. But yeah, I'm going to go to where you escaped from. Yeah, Michelle, I agree. Yeah, people think veganism is weird. No, killing animals is weird. It's messed up that people think killing animals is normal. Yeah, it is normal in the sense it happens all the time, but that doesn't make it right. Like, people get murdered and raped all the time. It's normal for like a rape to be reported every day in a major city. Doesn't mean it's right, even though it's normal. Yeah, Uncle, good point for the question for our viewer here that's visiting from Hong Kong. Yeah, Uncle says, name the type of food you like, and I'll bet there's a vegan place in LA area with it. Exactly. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find something. Allison, modern racism is just the same a-hole wearing a different outfit. Completely true. 100% true. It's funny that we have to bring up the topic of racism here because it's intimately connected with anti-vegans. I mean, the people I see hating on vegans, once they start revealing who they truly are, what kind of person they really are, very often, not always, but I say about half the time at least, it turns out that they're racist, homophobic, and, everything. Even things that don't seem as bad, but are, like ageist or anti-Californiaist or whatever, just keep putting this the whole package of hate. Yeah, good point, Bill. Rather than getting rid of courses that teach that, we need to actually learn about how race is a history of race issues in our country. Yeah, and if you end up going to Disneyland, as Dr. Bear is saying, yeah, there's tons of vegan options there. They're called plant-based, so don't be confused when you go to Disneyland. Don't ask, hey, where's the vegan stuff? Just look on the menus, look for the plant-based. Most of the major restaurants there have at least one plant-based option. Oh, that's critical race theory, AJ. Okay, yeah, it took a second. It sounds like some kind of medical procedure, huh? Like a machine or something like that, right? Yeah, Stephen, the irony, of that is that it's insane how early education on the subject is effectively banned in places that need it the most. Exactly. Preserving the existing systems, that need some examination. Wow, what a lively little evening we've had so far, huh? It's been not too many trolls and haters, but when they come, Oh, Sarah, are we talking about the 80s or 90s? You had more flock of seagulls hair or cure hair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now I could probably tease my hair really good like Robert Smith to get the thing and just start spraying it up like that. Get my Robert Smith do on. Yeah, maybe I should do that now. I remember I was going to do that for you guys for Halloween, but I had got my haircut like the week before, and it was too short to get the classic Robert Smith do. I know he's had shorter hair before and stuff. Robert Smith from The Cure, the band The Cure. That's who we were talking about. If you guys are like Gen Z and don't know what we're talking about, yeah, Gen X knows exactly. If you're Gen X, you know who Robert Smith is. That's cool, Graham. Last weekend, you met a young vegan couple right out of college. Both animal rights activists, very inspiring. Awesome. Yeah, Disneyland, strangely, a really good theme park for finding plant-based options. Can you find a plant-based option at every single restaurant or stand or cart there? No, but you got to know what you're doing. Use the app. They have, you can look at the menus. You can mobile order, very clearly marked, what's plant-based, and order ahead of time. Avoid the line, just order it and walk there. It'll be ready probably when you get there. Yeah, Don, those are great suggestions. Cafe Gratitude and Alak, and there's 2 Alaks, one in downtown LA, one in Orange County, and both are fantastic. Gracias Madre in West Hollywood and Newport Beach are both fantastic as well. Yeah, AJ, yeah, you're absolutely right there. I don't even go down that road, but yeah, I saw that a certain governor in a certain southern state who has a governor who's running for president not doing that well, it went on record saying that trying to gaslight and talk about the many benefits of slavery. Like, wow, if that's the path you want to go down on that one. Okay, just gonna leave that alone. Not getting political. I'm just saying, I don't care what political background you come from, right, middle, left, or none of the above. I mean, if you believe animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong, you probably would also agree that human exploitation and cruelty are wrong. So there's nothing good about it. You just don't try to say, well, just because so many people had bad things happen, there's a couple good things that might have happened too. Don't gaslight that. Again, I'm not making this political. I'm just speaking as a non-partisan person here. I'm registered independent, have been for most of my life. I'm an independent thinker. And yeah, animal exploitation is wrong. Human exploitation is wrong. End of story. Oh, where's that at? My body is my temple. Planta Cochina. Where is that? What city? Never heard of that one before. Yeah, that night. Yeah, was it last week or the week before I had the wine? Yeah, no, I was too chill that night. We just happened to have had that night had opened up a bottle of wine a night or two before, and we're lightweight. We can't drink through a whole bottle of wine in one night. Even with the two of us, we drink about half of a bottle together over like the course of an hour or something like that. So she brought me she poured of the half that's left. She poured me half of that and brought it to me. So I had like a quarter of a bottle of wine that night. And I was super chill. Well, what are you guys talking about right now? Let's see. Ooh, you had some wine downstairs, Steven? Well, go drink it, damn it. You get tired after 3 beers? I think 1 beer is enough to get this old lightweight tired. Okay, a fairly new, you saw Nima at that restaurant. It's fairly new in Marina Del Rey. Okay, we don't get out that way all that much. I like it out there. I like the South Bay. Because we're Long Beach, not that far from there. Yeah, I'm with you, AJ. The older I get, the less my body tolerates alcohol, which is fine since I don't want to, have to drink a lot. Just have a little sip, like, oh, I'm fine. I feel crazy now. This is great. A little sip, I'm cool. I'm drunk. Not drunk, but you know what I'm saying. I feel it. Before that would have taken like 5 times the volume to get the same effect. Yep, used to be able to chug. Now you can only guzzle. Being Mormon, right there with you. Yeah, I'm with you, Dr. Bear. I don't really try to drink much either. Just once in a while. It's not, I mean, I can easily, like, I've gone years without having any alcohol, years, but yeah, now I'll have it once every month or two. Some months a little bit more. Sometimes it's spread out further, but that on average, every month or two, and it's a small quantity, like seriously, when we go out, we'll typically split a drink. And remember, I'm huge. I'm the 6'4.5" dude. Nearly 200 pounds. I'm a big guy, and we split a glass of wine or a mixed drink. We split it. Like that Disneyland vlog that we just put out a couple weeks ago. We had 2 drinks. One had no alcohol, and one did, and we split them both. Let's see, Sarah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'd probably get drunk on a third of beer. Yeah, a whole bottle of beer would be more than enough for me to be, whoa, yeah, too much. AJ, yeah, last week you started drinking a glass of wine, took a few sips and threw the rest out. Oh, man. Bill, you haven't had a drink, not even beer for 7 years. Yeah, good for you. I would say for me, there was a stretch I probably didn't have any alcohol. I'm guessing here, maybe 5 years, something like that, from probably like 2012 to 2017. I don't think I had a sip of alcohol. Not that I was really trying to make a point of it. I just wasn't interested in it and whatsoever. And finally I said, I think if I just have a little bit on special occasions or something like that, going out, having some wine at a nice dinner or something like that once in a while. We don't do that all the time. We're not rich or anything like that. I don't think it's really going to affect me all that negatively. It might be different for you guys. You guys might have different health issues or different issues with like substance abuse or something like that. And, in your cases, yeah, don't have any. But I think, for some people, some fortunate ones of us like myself are able to have a healthy relationship with it in small quantities. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, Bill says, cool. I'm reading Bill here. I'm not telling me, Bill. I have enough issues and I have enough issues and an eating disorder, so drugs are not for me. 100% understand, and you're doing the right thing for you, Bill. Yeah, alcohol doesn't help depression, even though, Dr. Bear, even though people try to use it as a tool to fight depression. It's never been approved medically for that purpose, but people try to self-medicate or something like that. But it doesn't help with depression. It just makes things worse. Yeah, I like it when things are good. Like I said, you're out celebrating a birthday or a special occasion, or you finally get a day of great weather after like 2 months of crap. Or you know what I'm saying? It's good to try to enhance a good moment or something like that. But yeah, to ameliorate gloom or make problems go away, no, that's wishful thinking on a lot of people's part, and I've probably been guilty of that a couple times in the past. I'm just speaking from my experience here. That's a good, healthy attitude, Bill. You don't worry, and you're not triggered by others. Awesome, because some of you might remember, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, one of our viewers came here and just unloaded a bunch of crap on me, a bunch of personal crap about her and her past with substance abuse, alcoholism, or whatever, something like that, and unloaded on me like I shouldn't drink anything. I was trying to say, hey, I understand your situation, but don't get triggered that I can have a healthy relationship with occasional light alcohol. It doesn't dismiss your issues, and I'm not invalidating you, and your situation doesn't apply to me. So I'm glad, Bill, you were there. You remember that. It was really uncomfortable, and I had compassion for this person too. She was a longtime viewer, but she just kept laying into us about how we shouldn't drink alcohol ever because she has problems. So that's like, no, that's not a reason for us to never have alcohol. She was bullying us, basically. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, no one's. Yeah, beer. Yeah, is a poison. All alcohol is, I guess, a poison to some degree. The thing is, just don't have it all that often. And if you want to have it never, I totally agree. I honestly can't remember the last time I had a beer. It's been a really long time. I don't think I had I'm certain I haven't had a beer this year. I'm not even sure if I had a beer last year. Yeah, Dr. Bear, if anyone's curious if your alcohol is made with animal products or not, Barnivore. Dr. Bear has it right there. Look them up. They're a website, free, and they're pretty extensive. They've been around a long time. They've had a long time to compile a really large database. So there's a pretty good chance whatever winery you're looking up, probably in there. Uncle, 7.2% alcohol beer. That's pretty gnarly. Yeah, it's John, that person that was unloading on us for enjoying occasional responsible alcohol use. Yeah, she was. I don't know if she came to the live streams all that often, but she was in the comments a lot. And I think she came to the live streams on occasion, but yeah, she's laying into us. So I kind of responded to her, and she came to a live stream and really unloaded on us. I was really polite in the response. I wasn't mean to her. Like, come to my live stream and debunk me. I was saying, hey, I understand you have issues with substance problems, and we don't. I think we use it responsibly. We don't have any issues, and please don't project your personal situation onto us. We're a whole different situation. And she came here and was so triggered, like, whoa, that was not my intention. I was just trying to be reasonable, and it didn't work. It just completely backfired. And she hasn't watched us since, hasn't commented since. I went to a vegan zombie live stream. I saw her there, so she went there. I guess she needs someone like him who has never had even a sip of alcohol in his life. And God bless him, totally cool with that. If that's what she needs, if that's where she's at in her life right now, it can't. And if she gets, not my fault, but triggered by splitting a small glass of wine with Angie once in a while, I mean, she can't watch that. She can't watch that, and I totally respect that. Not throwing shade. Yeah, Dr. Bear, good. Yeah, you're very glad you started going to therapy instead of drinking to try to address your depression. 10 out of 10 recommend. 100% Dr. Bear. I agree with your experience there. I mean, what you're saying there, yeah, I would recommend that to others as well. Don't try to drink your problems away. Have an occasional drink to celebrate a good moment in life, not to try to make bad moments or bad things go away. It doesn't work like that. No, I'm not talking about race lever. No, it was, I think, from what I could tell, the person was a girl, lady, female. I'm not sure what, I don't want to trigger anyone. Yeah, it wasn't a guy. And race lever goes to bars, from what I understand, too. So I don't think that would be him. Primary blend, yeah, moderation after bills are paid. There's a good philosophy if you don't have any other problems with it, yeah. And no hard feelings to race lever, too. I know we kind of ended our relationship with him kind of abruptly, and I saw him moderating for a vegan zombie. Awesome, totally cool, totally fine. It just wasn't a good fit. Yeah. We had some, I don't want to air dirty laundry, but, a few of our longtime, I hit a wrong button here. A few of our longtime viewers, had some very negative encounters, and we just multiple times, so we just had to end. You're trying to get vegan zombie to drink? I'm not surprised. That sounds very him. I say that in a loving way about race lever. Yeah, Vian Moyman. Yeah, alcohols or any substances you do shouldn't control you. You should be in charge fully 100%. Yeah, vegan zombie is steadfast, Sarah. You won't break him. If he's gone, 40 odd years now and never had a sip of alcohol, a puff of weed, or who amongst us hasn't had a injection of heroin? Just kidding. No, I'm saying he's gone this far and not had any of that. Why would he bother? It's like me and tattoos. I have nothing against tattoos. Ink Master was one of my favorite shows back on TNT when it was on. But I've gone so far without getting a tattoo. I'm gonna write it out tattooless, so that my nice virgin untattooed skin. Again, nothing against tattoos. I think I appreciate a nice looking tattoo. Yeah, he's never even had coffee. That's yeah, exactly. And kudos to him if he wants to live that kind of strict lifestyle. No soda, right? He's never even had caffeine. Is that correct, you guys? I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying how strict he's been about this. I thought he said he's never even had like caffeine from soda or tea or something like that. Like, wow, you know, if you want to go all that hardcore straight edge, you know, more power to you. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not a coffee person either, Sarah. But, you know, lately, I tell you, I've been enjoying walking once a week with Angie to one of our local coffee shops. And we have really good coffee shops in Long Beach. We have crap ones too, but we have some really good ones. And yeah, enjoying a decaf with her. She'll get a regular calf and I'll enjoy a decaf. And we just a nice stroll on a nice day through the neighborhood and sit down in the shade and talk about life and over a decaf. You know, that's become a new thing I started this summer, basically. I like it. Once a week coffee. Yeah, no caffeinated sodas for him too. That's crazy. That's cool. I mean, not crazy. That's like crazy in a good sense. Not like he's crazy, but with that expression, that's crazy. That's just crazy cool. He's never had any caffeine, marijuana, alcohol. Like, wow. Yeah, why break that streak now, right? That's what I'm saying. If you're gone 40 plus years, none of that stuff, keep it going. Cool, Primary Blend. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself. Diablo Cell, you're addicted to caffeine? That's totally cool. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You know, it's as long as you're not abusing animals, I'm totally cool. I have no opinion on if should vegans drink coffee or not. Do what you want. You know, as your vegan cult leader, I tell you, just do what you want. As long as you're not harming animals, you know, do what you want. If you're drinking coffee as a vegan, awesome. I'm not going to shame you. You know, if you're not drinking coffee like Vegan Zombie, I'm not going to shame you. I think that's totally cool. That sounds like a good read there, VLAM. Dopamine Nation. Yeah, that's a very important neurotransmitter. If I were to get a tattoo, what would it be? I don't have any fantasies of what kind of tattoo I'd get. I mean, I've had a couple ideas. Back in the 90s, when I released my 1998 album with Love Spirals Downwards Flux, it was appropriately named. I named it that because my life was in complete flux right then. So I had considered at the time getting the Chinese character symbol. I don't know what it's called. I'm Chinese. I should know this. I just have it say, it does the Chinese writing say flux. I wasn't sure where. Should it go on the forearm? Should it go on, I don't know where. But I was considering that. I don't know how I would have found it back then. The internet wasn't that good. I don't know how I would have got it translated and brought it to the tattoo artist. So I really don't know. Maybe I'd get a cute pinup of Angie. Wouldn't that be cute? A cute little pinup tattoo of Angie, like an old school, like 40s pinup thing of Angie. Yeah, is there such a word in Chinese like that, VLAM? I'm sure there's many like translations, but is there really a word in Chinese that captures the essence of flux? Like everything's in flux right now. Your life's in flux. Not necessarily turmoil. Flux isn't necessarily a bad thing to be in life. It just means the kind of security and things you kind of took for granted for a stretch in time are all kind of being pulled out from under you, and you have to like kind of reinvent yourself and figure out what to do again. That's what I consider. That's how I interpreted the word flux. That's why I named my album Flux, because that was a perfect description of my life right then. Everything was ending. My relationship with my longtime singer of the band's breaking up, moving out, place we lived in for a long time, moving on. So anyway, that's a lot of meaning to place on one word. That's how I interpreted it, because that's how I saw it. Anyway, I was wondering if Elam thinks there's any Chinese words or characters that represent that. Frank Tefano has an ugly tattoo. I have not seen that. Yeah, but that is a lot of meaning to place on one word, V. I agree. Okay, you do have a symbol there. Well, I'm going to try see if I can copy that. Let's see. I'm going to paste that into Google, see what I find. Just kind of curious. All right, I pasted into Google. Is that the character there, V? Did I get it right? Wow, Wow, okay, I'll look at the translations later, but okay, maybe that would be my Chinese word tattoo, perhaps in the future. Who knows? Anyway, but thank you, V. I've never bothered to research it that much further to see what the character would be. I just had like a concept of what I wanted rather than actually doing it. Yeah, what is Frank Tufano's tattoo while we're talking about it? Oh, be unique. Oh, you already know your next tattoo. You probably have tattoos already, huh? Okay, Dr. Bear, your tattoo was worth the pain. Fortunately, your artist was very patient with you taking breaks and let you use numbing gel. Wow, I didn't know there was such a thing as numbing gel. Wow. But yeah, I'm probably not going to do it. Again, I can appreciate a nice tattoo, but I don't think I can sit there and sit through a beautiful like color or duotone pinup of Angie. You know, that would probably be a long time and a lot of pain. But I could probably sit through the Chinese symbol for flux, maybe. Oh no, Vegan Mo, your artist messed it up. Oh no. Oh man, be unique. That's awesome. Yeah, someone should get a tattoo of Jack the Vegan in honor of tonight. You know, the guy who why veganism got debunked tonight, because what that guy say? There's this guy named Jack, I think, on YouTube, and he looks bad. He's a vegan. Veganism debunked. So yeah, we should get a tattoo of Jack. I don't even know which Jack. I'm not making fun of any particular Jack. I'm just making fun of this concept of a guy coming to our live stream saying, there's some guy named Jack on YouTube and he's a vegan and he looks bad. I think he's a fruitarian. Veganism debunked. I'm just laughing at that ridiculousness. Jack the Vegan can and will be an inside joke from now on, because that's why veganism is debunked. Some guy named Jack, that doesn't look good. He doesn't. Is there an actual Jack, Heidi? I saw you guys throw a couple names out there. I guess there are a couple Jacks on YouTube. He doesn't look bad at all. See, I mean, that's the thing. That's like, I shame this guy for shaming Jack's appearances. Like, who's to say that, Jack doesn't want to look like he... I don't even know who Jack is and what he looks like, but Jack has every right to look like how he wants to look. Just like people will shame me. Hey, you should look like a bodybuilder. No, I want to look like a basketball player because I play basketball. I don't bodybuild. Why do I want to look like a bodybuilder if I'm trying to like chase 20-year-olds that weigh 145 pounds around and defend them? It's not going to... I don't want to be any bulkier. Even though I am working out, I'm stronger, than I was 2 years ago when I first started working out at home. I've actually been working out for more like 3 odd years now. But anyway, I'm not not weight training. I have a gym in my garage. I think my goal is not to be a bodybuilder. Just like tennis players work out. They don't look like like Nimai Delgado typically. Hey Peter, we're still on. Heidi, okay, Jack Alberton. I remember that name from a while back. Is he like a fruitarian, or was he a fruitarian? I kind of remember that from my old fruitarian kind of past days, or when I was kind of more connected with that. Because when vegan YouTube kind of got big, it was kind of grew out of some kind of fruitarian thing, sort of. So I'm kind of familiar with some of those names. Peter, where did Race Lever live? He never told us. He never gave us any clue as to what part of the country. Completely anonymous. That kind of bugged me a little bit, and I kind of respect it at the same time. But it's just kind of tell us a little bit. Why be completely anonymous? Diablo, so you have a bunny that's peeing all over your floor? Yeah, that sucks. Other than that, he's sweet, I bet. Steven, I should create a Discord server or something. I kind of tried. I like this better. Discord's kind of more optimized for gamers and coders, more technical types. And YouTube's got a really just simple, easy to understand, easy to use interface. I think is more open. But I'm not totally closed off to the idea of Discord. But I just kind of like what I'm doing here. I'm old and set in my ways, maybe. Okay, so of Jack, he is a fruitarian and started his YouTube journey while living in Costa Rica, and then came back to the States to help his alien mother, who then passed, and he's still around. He's lovely. All right, cool. I'm glad Jack, and he's still a fruitarian? Wow. See, that's why I say I don't recommend fruitarianism, because so many people who I knew in the past were fruitarian are now like anti-vegan meat eaters. But I said not all, just a lot, more than should be, But yeah, some people are able to make it work, and great for them. Wow, Peter. Yeah, I still need to watch that video of Mike the Vegans. Apparently that woman, a carnivore woman who had a stroke, was on carnivore, and then she decided to listen to Carnivore Doctor and go on more carnivore. Wow. I'm sure the Carnivore Doctor has no experience treating people with strokes, I'm guessing, like how to help them remedy it. Oh well, whatevs. It's funny, Stephen, you say you need a crazy amount of supplements as a fruitarian. Most fruitarians I know are against supplements. It goes against their whole, back to nature sort of philosophy, eating like apes and bonobos and stuff like that, So, yeah, strangely and ironically, yeah, not all, but most fruitarian types I've met and spoken with don't take supplements. It kind of goes against their theories. That's funny. So you're saying, Peter, that Paul Saladino, the carnivore doctor, said he used to be a raw vegan, and now he thinks he can debunk veganism, or he knows all about veganism because he failed eating as a raw vegan. That's what I'm saying. So many people failed as raw vegans. Yeah, a few people book that and are the exceptions to the rule, but that just proves the rule exists. If you have exceptions, it proves you have a rule, given that there are exceptions to the rule. But yeah, I'm not surprised, but that's not veganism, so he can't talk smack on just regular eating cooked food veganism. Oh, you going, Sarah? I missed that. Good night, Sarah. I'm going to get going soon, too. I've been on 2 hours, 10 minutes, and I'm hungry. Flat out hungry, so I need to start hooking up with Angie and figuring out some kind of dinner plan. I think we're going to do like last week and have some Tuscan kale pilaf rather than get some Panda Express. Just trying to save a few bucks. Veganism is, diet of privilege, going to save a few bucks, eat grains and kale, some of the cheapest food in the world, and some legumes. But good night, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the gifting you did, the generous 5-member gift that you gave out early. And I'm glad all 5 people who got it were deserving and vegan, or at least vegan curious. That's cool, Peter. He captured a mouse humanely, set it free in a park 3 blocks away. That's a pretty good distance. I'm going to take a guess that it won't find its way back. He or she, it won't find its way back. Oh, what are they doing a reaction to, Jeremy? A reaction to the stroke lady or what? Let's see. So yeah, let's do a couple more quick questions and I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I'm really starting to feel the hunger now. Yeah, Dr. Bear Chronometer is a great, I think still free app, or at least website that you can track all your calories in if you really want to go through all that trouble. Let's see, for iodine, yeah, it's in the Vegan Society supplement that I take. I need to order some because they're in England. It usually takes, last time we did, it took like a week or 2, so I better start I'll order it tomorrow. But yeah, there's iodine in that supplement, along with vitamins B12 and D, and a couple others. I forget what. Let's see, oh, when was the last time I had the Fourth Horseman pizza? Yeah, it's been a while. I would say a couple, maybe 3 months, 2-3 months. It's been a while. Yeah, the person that used to like manage it, her name was Ryan as well. She's not working there anymore, so I just feel a little bummed. Like, I don't get to see her when I go and pick up my pizza. So, yeah, it's still good. Pizza's still good, but yeah, I've been eating way more Panda. I guess as soon as I discovered Panda Express, I've been going there as my like quickie, like, sort of like nicer than average fast food. Oh, good question, VLAM. Do I have a Chinese name? Yes, I do. Or at least, do you know what my surname is in Chinese? Yes, I do. Where are we on the private Facebook? Oh, I forgot all about that, VLAM. Yeah. See, I told you. Thanks for reminding me of things, guys. Thank you. I remember you guys had a great idea. I don't even know if I mentioned it to Angie or not, but I'll re-mention it to her tonight before I forget. Yeah. Ryan forgot something from last week. Veganism debunked. Oh no, Ryan's memory. He can't remember anything. Anyway, but that's a great idea to have a special Facebook page for our happy fam. So that's a great idea. So thanks for reminding me about that. Yeah, if it seems like I forgot something, just remind me, guys. I have a lot of things going on that I'm keeping track of. So yeah, many different business interests. So my mind is it's full. My brain is full, so it needs help. All right, cool. I appreciate the offer to moderate on Facebook. That's a great idea for our happy fam, a special private Facebook page where we can hang out and communicate and share stuff privately. So that's cool. I like that. Steve, do I take a DHA EPA supplement? Not one per se, Stephen, but I put ground flaxseed into my smoothies, which is a source of omega-3 fatty acids. I used to get a little bit more too from my Clean Machine Green protein, which is made from duckweed, which is another source of omega-3 fatty acids. But since they're not producing that anymore, yeah, my ground flaxseed is my regular daily source of omega-3s. Peter, yeah, I saw that Piers Morgan video. I was thinking about doing a reaction to it, but I want to do the video I put out this week about vegan privilege. So, yeah, maybe I'll do Piers Morgan this week. No, Stephen, I didn't forget to mention what my Chinese surname is. I was thinking, do I want to put that out there into the world? Because I'll say this, V, that my Chinese surname is different from my actual last name, because as many people who immigrated to the United States from China, like when my grandparents did, they had to do it sort of not totally legally. There's all sorts of weird workarounds, and so my actual last name in Chinese is different from my last name that I have, legally and everything like that. So I don't know if I want to share it all right now, but yeah, I know what my Chinese last name is, and it's the real family name is not Lum. I'm protecting my privacy a little bit there, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I bet you, there's no one-to-one translation of Chinese or Asian words, right? So lum, lamb, right? It's probably the same name when you go back. I agree. So that's a really good question. Yeah, because we might have had the same surname there. But yeah, mine doesn't even begin with the letter L. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, there's other sources of omega fatty acid seeds. Yeah, and I just picked ground flaxseed, but you can have chia, hemp. Yeah, But you're just curious about DHA supplements, as some people seem to recommend them. Simon Hill. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I mean, to supplement with omega-3 or DHA. I just haven't bothered yet. Maybe I should take a test. I don't know how to take a test to see how your omega-3 levels are doing. Yeah, Uncle. And correct me if I'm wrong, VLAM. In Asian cultures, like say like China and like Korea, like the last name is the first name, right? You say the last name first, and then your middle name is your first name, if that makes any sense. So last name is first, your real name, like Ryan, would be your middle, would come second, and then you have a third word after that to a third name. It's something like that. But yeah, the last name would be first. Do I grind my own seeds? No, I just buy them already ground. I'm lazy. I just want to scoop them in my smoothie as soon as I can. Usually I'm hungry when I'm making my smoothie. I just worked out, just got back from the gym. I don't have time to grind seeds. No, I just want them ground already. Oh, AJ, you take an omega supplement, but also flax. Yeah, I should maybe consider it more. There's so many things you can try to supplement with as a vegan. Okay, I thought Japanese too. That's why I said Korean, because I know, Korean culture a little bit more from watching all the things that Angie and I watch. Yes, okay, I had it right. An Asian culture, family name first. Yeah, same for Japanese and Korean as far as we know. So, that's funny, Vian Moment. Imagine eating a chicken period and having your brain turn on. That's Tim Sheaf, right? Anyway, guys, I think I get going, huh? Let's see. You guys talking about Simon Hill there, Dr. Bear? Yeah, I listened to one of his podcasts about LDL. Angie forwarded it to me, because I've been interested in that since I visited a cardiologist over the past year. No longer anymore. We're done. We're good. Yeah, who knows if the omega supplement works or not, AJ, because I don't know how to get a blood test to measure your fatty levels, omega-3 fatty levels, huh? But VLAM, yes, I'll remember the Facebook thing. In fact, when I go see Angie, I'll try to remember to mention that to her immediately. And I may have mentioned it before, but we just, we didn't talk about it. So maybe when we walk to our coffee tomorrow morning, that's why I like taking walks. It kind of gets our brains thinking, and we discuss all sorts of creative things like that. So maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow, but I need to put the idea in her head again right now so we can remember tomorrow. So anyway, I haven't played guitar all week, Vian Mormon. So yeah, you guys are lucky when I picked it up after veganism got debunked there. But I cheated. I was playing an old Love Spirals Downward song, something I can remember quite easily. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Diablo. Thanks for appreciating the stream. I'll be back again. Assuming everything's cool in the world in my life, I'll be back in next Friday as usual. And hopefully I'll get a new video up next week. Maybe I'll do the Piers Morgan thing as Peter sent me. Another Piers Morgan nonsensical video. And I want to thank Peter and Uncle for both moderating. And I'll keep Bill Seabury in mind as a potential third moderator. We'll see how it all goes, but I appreciate you reaching out to me about that. And I appreciate VLAM for reminding me about the private members-only Facebook group that Angie and I should discuss, because I think that's a nice little cool thing to do. So I'm going to go off and make some Tuscan kale pilaf, unless Angie's made something different, but I think that's the plan. I would have heard her cooking. I would have heard her chopping or something like that if she had. So anyway, Tuscan kale pilaf once again, just like last Friday. And that's where we're at right now, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my Friday. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for not being a troll. Thanks for not being a hater. Thanks for being just a general nice, pleasant people to be around. Angie knows I get off hanging out with you guys on Friday nights because you guys are cool. So thanks so much, guys. Much love to everyone, and just hang on, keep on being vegan. Don't quit because of some guy named Jack not being up to some dude's standards of physical appearances. Veganism lives. We are not debunked. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Much love, guys.